Have you ever noticed that two people can live through the exact same situation and come away with completely different outcomes? One person becomes bitter, the other becomes stronger. One sees obstacles, the other sees possibilities. Years ago, a book called The Secret became a worldwide phenomenon. Millions of people were told that if they thought positively enough, they could attract the things that they wanted to move into their lives. Some people embraced it, others dismissed it completely. But after all these years, I think the real secret isn't what most people think it is. And that's what we're talking about today, the secret they never told us. I don't believe that sitting in a chair and wishing for something magically makes it appear. If that were true, most of us would have won the lottery by now. Life doesn't work that way, but I do believe our thoughts shape our actions, and our actions shape our lives. Think about it. If you spend every day telling yourself nothing ever works out for me, eventually you'll stop trying. You stop asking questions. You stop taking chances. You stop believing in anything can change. And when you stop moving forward, life tends to stay exactly where it is. Not because the universe is against you, because you've stopped participating. There's a big difference between wishing and hoping. Wishing says somebody should do something. Hope says maybe I can do something. Wishing waits. Hope acts. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in the most meaning things begin before we know that we have ever succeed. You start anyways. You write a letter. You make a phone call. You ask a question. You take that first step. Not because success is guaranteed, but because standing still guarantees nothing's going to change. There have been moments over the past years when it would have been easy to quit, easy to say, why bother? Easy to become angry, easy to become discouraged, and easy to stay quiet. Instead, something interesting happened. Every setback seemed to create a new opportunity. A conversation led to a friendship, a problem led to a solution, a question led to another question, and eventually those questions led to a microphone. And that microphone led to Silent Seniors No More. Now, whether this podcast reaches 10 people or 10,000 people really isn't the point. The point is that it exists. It never would have existed if I had been convinced myself that my voice didn't matter. Have you ever noticed that when you're shopping for a new car, suddenly you see that car everywhere? The cars were always there. You just started noticing them. Life works that same way. If we focus only on problems, we begin to see problems everywhere. If we focus on possibilities, we begin to notice opportunities. The circumstances may not change overnight, but our awareness changes, and awareness often begins action. Living in a community teaches us something important. Every park has its challenges. Every neighborhood has disagreements. Every family has struggles. Every person carries burdens we may never see. The question is not whether the problem exists. The question is how we respond to them. Do we spend our energy complaining or do we spend our energy creating? Do we become spectators or participants? Because the people who make the greatest difference in our communities are rarely the people who wait for permission. They simply decide to become involved. Most lives are not changed by one great moment. They're changed by one small decision repeated over and over again. One decision to get out of bed, one decision to make that phone call, one decision to forgive, one decision to learn something new, one decision to help a neighbor, one decision to keep going. And eventually, those small decisions become a life story. Maybe the secret isn't that the universe gives us everything we ask for. Maybe the secret is much simpler. Maybe our thoughts become our actions become our habits become our character, and our character becomes our legacy, not instantly and not magically, but one day at a time. As we grow older, people sometimes assume our best days are behind us. I don't believe that. I believe experience has value, wisdom has value, questions have value, and every single person still has the power to make a difference. So today, instead of asking, what am I attracting? Ask yourself, what am I becoming? Because that answer may be the most important secret of all. I'm Jamie Chiarla, and this is Silent Seniors No More. Until next time, keep asking questions, keep learning, keep growing, and never let anyone convince you that your voice no longer matters.